So have to take into account each client's particular needs and meet client's financial goals to guide client on a wide range of financial issues, to provide a much needed and objective point of view for clients who are making investment decisions. And the article also mentioned about advisor compensation, transaction fee, and maybe some company charge asset under management and fee-based systems. And those compensation schemes sometimes may cause the conflict between the advisor and the client, because the client sometimes they will sue the company, say, you introduced me too much risk because you want to earn the transaction fee, something like that. So there's conflict. So I have to find out the win-win situation for both advisor and the clients. So after this crisis, I think that some investment companies, they amend their compensation scheme. Probably some company, they say, we charge you a fee, only you make money. If we don't make money, we just charge very few management fee. But our main compensation will from the client make a profit, then we will make a profit. And this article also talk about the diversification. And we all know this slide, this idea. But the second point is important. In terms of global turmoil, market tend to be very highly correlated. Just when diversification benefits are most needed, leaving is no place. And I remember I told you earlier, one of my doctoral students, PhD student, wrote a thesis about the correlation of all assets during and after year 2008 and 2009 financial crisis. And he found out after the crisis until now, most of the time, the gold price, stock price, the commodity price, and the stock price, their correlation are very clear and highly correlated. Actually, in our earlier article, we kind of believe the bond price and the stock price may, go opposite way, like one high, one low, one high. But if you take a look at the evidence after financial crisis, most of the time their correlation are kind of positive. So that will cause how to find the place to hide. And how can portfolio manager to add value? So next time we will talk about portfolio management. We talk about active management and passive management. So, and normally when we talk about portfolio management, two types. One is security selection. And the other is market timing. So if you following the active strategies, no matter security selection and the market timing, then probably your portfolio management will be like a buy undervalue or sell overvalue security or index fund driven by perceived market timing or security efficiency. Okay, this is more like a company like Fidelity. They are doing more like this. And if we're doing like a passive timing and passive security selection, probably you will buy and hold an index fund for the last 25 years. If you adopt this strategy, probably you'll make pretty good profit. Remember the ETF. ETF is kind of this strategy. Buy and hold. So there's one company, I think they are the pioneer for doing the ETF, it's called Vanguard was the first company 先锋资产管理 Vanguard. I think I visited this company a long time ago. This company was in Boston, and the Vanguard, this company they are first company to introduce the ETF to the market, and it's kind of the disruptive innovation. Remember, in this class we talk about disruptive innovation, because when they just introduced the market for the last few years, their market share is less than 1%. But up to now, I think their market share is pretty high, maybe more than 30%. And even like active management company like Fidelity, they also have the ETF now. But Vanguard was the pioneer of the ETF. But if your time selection is active, your start selection is active, the timing is passive, then probably you will select buy undervalue or sell undervalue with no regard to the application. And if your timing is active, security selection is passive, you will buy and sell an index fund based on market outlook. Based on market outlook, you are active in the market timing. So we'll talk about this more next time. And about the investment questionnaire, I think the presenting group provide pretty good idea there, so I'm not going to talk. And they also, the presenting group also present pretty good example, like framing, example, like illusion control, about behavioral finance. Because the retail investors tend to be highly subjective and emotional individual, whose psychological temperament can alternate rapidly from greedy to fear, depending on the direction of the shift of market fluctuations. Emotional decision making has often been observed to decline, to stay at the bottom of the market and buy it at its top, while a prudent investor will seek to do the opposite. But recently I found a Taiwanese investor. They are not that emotional because the experience built up for many years. Because I participate in one overseas fund. We only have 30 members, 30 subscribers. And our fund, in the beginning of January this month, we make maybe 5% profit. But you know, after first week, the market continue drop, and sometimes up, drop. But from January to now, it's dropping a lot. Like I think the Nasdaq already dropped 20%. Even the oil price, last week we talked about oil price, and it was about 130, and now it dropped below 100. So the oil price dropped 20% just in less than 10 days. So you can see the market is very volatile. But I found out in our fund, some of investors, although our fund now it dropped more than 20%, but some of the investors, they keep pulling the money. I think they're not emotional. Based on their experience, they found this is not be a good time to cost, as I mentioned, dollar cost averaging. Okay, this is a nice chart about this is from the source is from Websco from Denver Investment. The cycle of market emotion, right? The emotion is optimism, excitement, thrill, euphoria is the point of maximum financial risk. Anxiety, denial. So in this euphoria state, you say, oh wow, I'm smart, right? And the fear, desperation, panic. How could I have been so wrong, right? Here. Capitulation, despondency, the point of maximum financial opportunity. Then depression, the market will gradually up, hope, relief, and also become optimal again, then they will follow this trend again. So this is the market emotions. One's advice. How should one advise beginners concerning emotional state of mind? I think the presenting group already. And how should one advise Mary Swanson? Most importantly, should one advise Swanson to shift a large percentage of the portfolio fund from equity to corporate bond? And they also have advice for clients. And the presenting group already mentioned this. Let's see the real market pattern, right? The market rebounded sharply during the remainder of year 2009. According to Bloomberg, the Dow Jones Industrial Average improved from a level of 6,627 points. Now the Dow Jones is how much? 34, 35, right? 34, 35,000. On March 6th, to more than 10,000 on December, same year, 53%. So remember the case mentioned about the March of year 2009. So if his investor sold the share, how they will be repaid? And the Standard & Poor's and TSX Compound Index shot up from level of this to this. This is more like S&P. And the commodity prices represent the case by Bloomberg giving the remarkable rebound during the remainder year 2000. The Goldman Sachs commodity index was this number in March 6th and ascended to fluctuate this number. The spot price of West Texas crude oil moved from 45 on to 79 in December. The price of gold also up. How about the housing? The house index of quarterly data is not lost too much. It's from 1.9, lost to this. Because the supply pressure was caused by housing price. Bond spread tightened from 488 basis points. The spread is the gap between the treasury gap and the corporate bond. During the crisis, the spread will be very high. So it's 488 basis points in March 6th, but tightening to 172 basis points. So if you purchase here, then your corporate bond will make a pretty good profit. Okay, so this is about the comment for this case, for your reference. Okay, any questions? Okay, if no questions, it's time for lunch. See you next week.